It was a moonless night, shrouded in an impenetrable darkness that seemed to swallow everything in its path. The old train station, long abandoned and forgotten, stood like a decrepit sentinel at the edge of town. It had once been a bustling hub of activity, but now, the only sound that echoed through its rusted iron bones was the mournful cry of the wind. Three friends, Jake, Piper, and Ben, had heard rumors of a haunted train that roamed these tracks at night. They were the kind of adventurous souls who dared to confront the unknown, seeking the thrill of the macabre. With flashlights in hand and hearts pounding, they ventured to the station, ready to face whatever awaited them. As they stood on the platform, the oppressive darkness closed in around them. The air was heavy with an eerie silence, broken only by the distant hoot of an owl. Suddenly, a faint, ghostly whistle pierced the silence, sending shivers down their spines. The train emerged from the blackness, its headlight a feeble beacon of pale light that flickered like a dying star. It was a monstrous machine, ancient and decrepit, its iron wheels screeching against the rails as it rolled into the station. Its cars were covered in a thick layer of grime, and the windows were shattered, revealing nothing but inky darkness within. With trembling hands, the trio decided to board the train. Each car was more decrepit than the last, and the air grew colder and more suffocating with every step. The compartments were empty, devoid of any signs of life, except for one. In the far corner of the second-to-last car, they found an old leather suitcase. Curiosity getting the best of them, Jake picked it up, and as he did, the train let out a mournful groan, sending a shiver through their spines. They opened the suitcase with trepidation, revealing a trove of old photographs. The images depicted people from a bygone era, their faces etched with sorrow and despair. One photo in particular caught their attention. It was a picture of the train they now rode, but it was in pristine condition, and the people on board seemed happy and carefree. As they stared at the photograph, the train began to shake violently, and the temperature plummeted. Frost formed on the windows, obscuring their view of the outside world. Panic set in, as they realized they were trapped on this ghostly train, hurtling through the night toward an unknown destination. Desperation clawed at their hearts as they struggled to find a way off the cursed train, but every door they tried was locked tight. The windows, once shattered, were now impenetrable barriers. The photographs in the suitcase seemed to come to life, the faces in them contorted into grotesque expressions of agony. As the train sped through the black abyss, the trio heard haunting whispers that echoed through the cars. They were the anguished voices of the long-forgotten passengers, trapped for all eternity on this spectral journey. The whispers grew louder and more sinister, filling their ears with chilling tales of lost souls and unfulfilled destinies. Time lost all meaning as the train hurtled forward, its path veering further away from the realm of the living. Jake, Piper, and Ben could feel their sanity slipping away, consumed by the malevolent force that held them captive. Then, as suddenly as it had begun, the train came to a screeching halt. The three friends tumbled to the floor, disoriented and battered. The train doors swung open, revealing a nightmarish landscape of swirling mist and gnarled trees. They stepped out onto an abandoned platform in the middle of nowhere, the train vanishing into the fog as if it had never existed. The whispers faded, leaving behind an eerie silence. They were free, but they knew they would never escape the haunting memories of that nightmarish journey. The train had shown them a glimpse of the darkness that lurked just beyond the edge of reality, a realm of despair and torment that few would ever dare to explore. As they stumbled away from the forsaken platform, the moon broke through the clouds, casting an ethereal glow on their path. But no amount of moonlight could erase the memory of the train of shadows, a phantom that would haunt their nightmares for the rest of their lives.